Some villages in our world look as if they were imagined before they were built, places so extraordinary that they could inspire legends or entire fantasy realms. Some hide in remote corners, surrounded by cliffs, lakes, or endless mountains. Others are shaped by centuries of human endurance, preserving stories carved into stone and wood. Each one reflects the harmony between its environment and the people who shaped it, creating villages that feel like living artworks. Whether perched on sheer rock walls protected by ancient fortresses or resting beside silent waters, these places stand apart, unmatched in character, history, and beauty. Today, we begin a journey to discover some of the most astonishing villages ever built, including remote and lesser-known ones that remain embraced by nature's wonders. Chefchaouen, Morocco. Nestled in the Rif Mountains of northern Morocco, Chefchaouen is renowned for its distinctive blue-washed buildings. The town blends Berber Arab and Andalusian traditions, a legacy shaped by waves of refugees, including Moriscos and Sephardic Jews, who arrived after the fall of Granada in 1492. Its Medina climbs the mountain slope through networks of narrow alleys, stone staircases, and shaded passages. The blue color that coats the houses is surrounded by multiple theories. Some say it represents the sky and the divine. Others believe it helps repel insects or reflect sunlight to cool the interiors. Markets filled with woven textiles, pottery, and local crafts add vivid splashes of color that contrast with the calming blue environment. Chefchaouen remains one of Morocco's most visually striking mountain towns, admired for its unique atmosphere and multicultural history. Hallstatt, Austria. Nestled between the mountains and the shimmering Hallstätter See, Hallstatt sits in a tight pocket of land that gives it its postcard-like appearance. The lake glows in hues of green and blue, reflecting both sky and snow-covered peaks. Beneath the mountains lie ancient salt deposits, which drew early settlers and gave rise to the region's long-standing prosperity. Because of the narrow valley, homes were built close together, appearing to cling to the steep slopes. Characteristic landmarks include the tall-spired evangelical church, and perched higher, the Catholic church surrounded by centuries-old houses. Most buildings are crafted from timber and stone, featuring colorful facades and steep roofs, able to withstand heavy winter snow. Behind the village, the Mühlbach stream forms a waterfall that flows downward toward the lake, adding to Hallstatt's dreamlike landscape. Positano, Italy. Situated along the Amalfi coast, Positano cascades dramatically down the cliffs toward the Tyrrhenian Sea, forming one of Italy's most photographed coastal silhouettes. Legend tells of a ship carrying a sacred image of the Virgin Mary that drifted toward the shore after a divine message cried. Posa Posa stop here. Its houses are arranged vertically connected by winding pedestrian alleys that descend toward the beach. Walls painted in shades of coral peach and pastel reflect the Mediterranean sun, giving the village its warm, romantic glow. With its centuries-old church's terraces filled with flowers and sweeping sea views, Positano remains a beloved destination for travelers seeking coastal beauty and intimacy. Hamnøy and Rhine, Norway. Hidden deep within the Lofoten archipelago, Hamnøy and Rhine form two of Norway's most recognizable fishing villages. Hamnøy, one of the oldest settlements in the islands, was once reachable only by boat, giving it an atmosphere of deep isolation. Rhine, often featured on postcards and travel posters, sits in a natural amphitheater of sharp granite peaks and emerald fjord waters. Its iconic red fishermen's cabins, Rorbuer, line the waterfront, glowing vividly against the dramatic northern landscape. Towering above Rhine is Rheinebringen, a mountain accessed through a stone stairway built in cooperation with Himalayan Sherpas skilled in ancient trail techniques. Although the climb is short, its steep incline makes it a demanding ascent. Together, these two villages represent the essence of Arctic Norway. Raw mountains, deep fjords, and the cultural legacy of centuries of fishing tradition. Mürren, Switzerland. Perched on a high cliff overlooking the Lauterbrunnen Valley, Mürren offers one of the most dramatic vistas in the Alps. Accessible only by cable car or mountain train, this car-free village retains a tranquil atmosphere shaped by both nature and tradition. Classic Swiss chalets line its pathways, built with steep pitched roofs to withstand harsh winter conditions and retain heat throughout the year. In winter, heavy snowfall transforms the village into a pristine white landscape. In summer, flowered balconies and open pastures brighten the mountainside. From Mürren, travelers enjoy unmatched views of the Eiger Mönch and Jungfrau, three of Switzerland's most celebrated peaks. Despite its popularity among visitors, the village has preserved its heritage and rustic charm, blending alpine architecture with towering cliffs and surrounding forests. Ouray, United States. Often called the Switzerland of America, Ouray lies deep within Colorado's San Juan Mountains, a dramatic stretch of the Rocky Mountain Range. The steep slopes surrounding the town resemble the sharp, jagged peaks of the Swiss Alps, while broad green valleys open between the ridgelines. Rainfall and melting high-altitude snow feed several waterfalls, cascading from sheer cliffs, the most striking of which is Bear Creek. Plunging straight from the mountain's rock face. Rivers trace the edges of town, weaving between forests and meadows, shaped by centuries of glacial erosion. Because of its elevation and mountainous terrain, the town's architecture follows a simple tradition. Compact wooden houses with low roofs to withstand winter storms. Originally a hub for mining and frontier settlers in the 19th century, Ouray later became a gateway for hikers, climbers, and travelers exploring the rugged wilderness. Today, it is admired for its dramatic scenery, alpine climate, and the sense of quiet isolation only deep mountain towns can offer. Paraty, Brazil. Tucked along Brazil's green coast between Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, Paraty is celebrated for its remarkably preserved colonial center. Founded in the early 17th century by the Portuguese, it became an important port for gold transport and maritime trade. Its old streets are paved with uneven stones, known as Pé de Moleque, giving the town a distinct historic feel underfoot. Traditional whitewashed buildings with blue-yellow or green trim line the narrow lanes, many dating back centuries. One fascinating detail, during high tide seawater, flows gently into some of the streets, acting as a natural flushing system that has existed since colonial times. Encircled by dense Atlantic forest beaches and rivers, Paraty maintains a harmonious connection between nature and architecture. Today, it stands as one of Brazil's most atmospheric heritage towns, blending tropical scenery with deep cultural history. Atrani, Italy. One of the smallest villages in Italy, Atrani lies along the famed Amalfi Coast, where steep mountain ridges descend dramatically toward the Tyrrhenian Sea. The village occupies the mouth of the Dragone Valley, a narrow corridor that runs from the cliffs down to the shoreline. Homes rise vertically along the slopes, connected by stone steps, vaulted passages, and a maze of narrow pedestrian paths. Perched above the village on a rocky terrace stands the Church of Santa Maria Maddalena, a Baroque landmark with panoramic views of the sea and the pastel-toned buildings below. Atrani's compact layout is a direct result of its geography, forming one of the most intimate and atmospheric coastal communities in southern Italy. Though close to the bustling town of Amalfi, Atrani has preserved its quiet coastal charm, shaped by centuries of maritime culture and mountain terrain. Gandria, Switzerland. Located along the shores of Lake Lugano, Gandria has long served as a passageway for merchants and travelers moving between Italy and Switzerland. The village clings to the slopes of Monte Bre, descending sharply toward the lake. Its historic center is a maze of narrow alleys, staircases, stone arcades, and terraced houses. Most homes were built in the 18th and 19th centuries, often positioned right at the water's edge to maximize the limited flat ground available. Because of its cross-border location, Gandria absorbed artistic and architectural influences from Lombardy reflected in wooden balconies, stone portals, and pastel-colored facades. The lake's calm surface mirrors the village, while olive trees and Mediterranean plants thrive thanks to the mild microclimate found in this southern Swiss region. Though close to the city of Lugano, Gandria remains one of Switzerland's most atmospheric lakeside villages, distinguished by its steep terrain and centuries of layered history. Chora, Greece. Chora is the traditional capital of Mykonos, one of the Cycladic islands in the Aegean Sea. It presents a labyrinth of cobblestone lanes, whitewashed houses, and brightly painted doors and shutters, a classic example of Cycladic architecture shaped by centuries of island life. The town is dotted with dozens of small churches, each blending seamlessly into the maze-like layout. One of its most famous districts is Little Venice, where homes were built directly above the water, with wooden balconies overlooking the sea. Historians believe this waterfront quarter was developed in the 18th century by merchants from Venice, who designed the structures to combine residential and storage functions. Today, Chora remains the cultural heart of Mykonos, balancing traditional charm with its position as one of Greece's most iconic island destinations. Ushguli, Georgia. High in the Caucasus Mountains lies Ushguli, considered one of the highest continuously inhabited settlements in Europe. Rather than a single village, it consists of several medieval hamlets scattered across a remote alpine valley. For centuries, the region's rugged terrain and heavy snowfall isolated its communities, allowing ancient traditions to survive almost unchanged. Stone defensive towers known as koshki, built between the 9th and 13th centuries, still rise above the homes. A reminder of historical conflicts and the need for protection. The settlement's wooden and stone houses stand against a backdrop of snow-covered peaks that remain white for most of the year. Today, Ushguli attracts travelers seeking authentic mountain culture, offering homestays, hiking routes, and views that feel untouched by the modern world. Perast, Montenegro. Sitting along the deep blue waters of the Bay of Kotor Perast resembles a Mediterranean painting framed by steep mountains and a calm fjord-like bay. Between the 15th and 18th centuries, it flourished under Venetian influence, leaving behind stately palaces, stone churches, and elegant bell towers. The village once had 12 grand family palaces, built by wealthy merchant and captain families. Just offshore lie two iconic islets, the artificial Our Lady of the Rocks, created by sinking old ships and dropping stones over a reef, and the natural island of St. George, home to a Benedictine monastery and noble cemetery. Though small in size, Perast carries centuries of maritime history, rising quietly from the shore with timeless dignity. Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Widely recognized as one of the world's most stunning alpine valleys, Lauterbrunnen sits deep within a narrow glacial cleft surrounded by vertical rock faces that rise dramatically on either side. Its title as the Valley of 72 Waterfalls comes from the countless cascades plunging down its towering cliffs, fed each year by melting ice and seasonal rains. The spectacle becomes even more breathtaking in spring and early summer, when the falls swell and echo through the valley. Early mountaineers and poets were captivated by Lauterbrunnen's serene meadows, cliffside chalets, and constant hum of falling water. Despite the arrival of hikers and travelers, the village still preserves its alpine charm. Wooden houses, flower-decked balconies, and the distant ring of cowbells drifting through the air. Mandrakia, Greece. This tiny fishing settlement on the island of Milos is known for its charming coastal simplicity. Composed of just a few narrow seaside lanes and modest homes, Mandrakia is shaped entirely by the relationship between its people and the Aegean Sea. Its iconic feature is the Sirma small boat garages carved into limestone or built at the base of the cliffs. Each family traditionally painted its Sirma a distinct color, making it easy for fishermen to spot their storage from afar. The surrounding coves hold crystal-clear turquoise waters, and nearby Klima complements it with a row of brightly painted seaside houses. Isolated, quiet, and modest Mandrakia embodies the classic Cycladic fishing life that continues unchanged for generations. Premosten, Croatia. Tracing its origins back to the Middle Ages, Premosten was formed when coastal inhabitants sought refuge from Ottoman incursions along the Dalmatian shore. The heart of the settlement was originally built on a small island connected to the mainland by a drawbridge designed for defense. Over time, the island became permanently linked to the coast, but its historical layout remains clearly visible. Narrow stone lanes, compact clusters of houses, and the rhythmic sound of waves surrounding the old village. Encircled by peaceful coves and dense pine forests, Premosten blends Mediterranean charm with traditional Croatian architecture. Beyond the village, terraced vineyards climb the hillsides, some of which are so iconic in arrangement that they were nominated for UNESCO recognition. Today, Premosten stands as a quiet reminder of Croatia's historic resilience, combining seaside beauty with centuries-old heritage. Grindelwald, Switzerland. Set within the Grindelwald Valley, the village rests at the foot of some of Switzerland's most imposing alpine giants. First recorded in 1146, Grindelwald became famous during the 19th century. The golden age of mountaineering, when climbers from across Europe journeyed here to challenge its surrounding peaks. The landscape is shaped by a mosaic of lush meadows, dark conifer forests, and sheer cliffs sculpted by ancient glaciers. Traditional wooden chalets with flower-filled balconies create a welcoming atmosphere amid the rugged scenery. It is common in warmer months to see cows grazing freely in the fields, accompanied by the soft sound of bells echoing through the valley. Beyond the village center, cable cars carry visitors to panoramic viewpoints and alpine activity zones. One of the most visited peaks, Grindelwald First, offers sweeping views over glaciers, ridges, and turquoise mountain lakes. Oia, Greece. Famous for its blue-domed roofs and whitewashed houses, Oia sits on the rugged cliffs of Santorini's caldera overlooking the Aegean Sea. To reach it from a moody bay below, travelers ascend a long series of stone steps that trace the volcanic ridge. Originally home to seafaring families, the houses were carved into the cliff or built along its edges to protect residents from harsh winds. Today, Oia is known for its spectacular sunsets, winding pathways, and serene views over the caldera. Small shops, quiet alleys, and terraced balconies give the village a poetic stillness, while its iconic architecture mirrors the deep tradition of the Cycladic Islands. Walking through Oia feels like stepping into a painting, a world of white walls, blue domes, and shimmering water stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Burano, Italy. Situated in the Venetian lagoon, Burano is instantly recognizable for its network of canals bordered by brilliantly colored houses. Each home carries a vivid hue: red, green, yellow, pink. A centuries-old tradition that allowed fishermen to identify their homes through heavy coastal fog. Burano prospered for generations thanks to Venice's maritime trade and remains known for its long tradition of lace-making, a craft that once drew the attention of European courts. Walking through the village, you encounter bridges arching over narrow canals, laundry fluttering above walkways, and rows of homes reflected in the calm, brackish water. The leaning bell tower of San Martino Church stands out from afar, a recognizable landmark reminiscent of famous Italian architectural tilts. Despite modern tourism, Burano still preserves its quiet island village identity, a place shaped by fishermen, artisans, and the lagoon that surrounds it. Setenil de las Bodegas, Spain. Setenil de las Bodegas is famous for its extraordinary cave-built houses tucked within a winding canyon carved by the Trejo River over thousands of years. Here, rock overhangs tower above entire streets, forming natural ceilings beneath which homes, restaurants, and shops seamlessly blend into the landscape. Residents adapted their architecture to the canyon's contours, incorporating stone walls, natural rock slabs, and hillside recesses into their living spaces. These cave dwellings maintain steady temperatures year-round, cool in Spain's scorching summers, and comfortably mild in winter. The village layout is ribbon-like, following the curves of the canyon, with stairways and narrow passages weaving between cliffside homes. Despite modern development, Setenil remains one of Andalusia's most visually striking settlements, where human settlement merges deeply with geological history. Henningsvær, Norway. Set within the southern reaches of Norway's Lofoten archipelago, Henningsvær stretches across several small rocky islets connected by slender bridges. For centuries, the village flourished thanks to cod fishing, especially during the winter season, when enormous shoals migrated into the icy northern waters. Traditional coastal buildings painted in tones of red, yellow, and white stand along the waterfront, reflecting the centuries-old Nordic style, adapted to harsh maritime weather. What sets Henningsvær apart is its dramatic natural frame. Steep mountains rising abruptly from the sea cliffs, wrapped in shifting mists and fjord waters that mirror the sky. Among its most iconic features is a football field perched on a rocky outcrop surrounded by natural terraces of stone, a landmark that often appears in photographs and travel publications. Today, despite modern tourism, Henningsvær maintains its identity as a fishing community rooted in the rhythms of the Arctic coast. Santa Maddalena, Italy. In the Funes Valley of the Dolomites lies Santa Maddalena, a village known for its rolling pastures and dramatic alpine backdrop. The settlement takes its name from the hillside church dedicated to Saint Mary Magdalene, a small, picturesque structure that has become an emblem of the region. Legend tells that centuries ago, an image of the saint repeatedly appeared near the site where the church now stands, prompting locals to build a shrine that later expanded into the present chapel. Surrounding the village are smooth green meadows that stretch toward jagged mountain peaks, creating one of Italy's most photographed landscapes. The Dolomite cliffs behind Santa Maddalena change color throughout the day, glowing orange at sunrise and fading to cool blue in the evening. Traditional houses built from stone and timber dot the valley, preserving the rural character of the region and offering a striking contrast to the monumental peaks towering above. San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Before earning UNESCO World Heritage status in 2008, San Miguel de Allende was honored as a Pueblo Mágico for its cultural and historical importance. The town holds a central place in Mexico's struggle for independence. Ignacio Allende, one of the movement's leaders, was born here. Its historic heart showcases a remarkable blend of Baroque and neoclassical buildings crafted from warm-colored stone and adorned with ornate facades. The iconic parish of San Miguel Arcangel dominates the skyline, inspired by European Gothic forms, but interpreted through regional artistry. Cobblestone streets climb gently through the town, lined with courtyards, balconies, and arcades that reflect centuries of colonial heritage. San Miguel remains a living museum of Mexico's artistic tradition, where architecture history and vibrant public life merge seamlessly.